40.
Rookie J-Ron Kirsch with a key block on the return. C.J. Ham is the tailback. Sean Hill gives it to C.J. Ham. A Duluth, Minnesota native, heads to the right, hit and stopped at about the 40-41 yard line for a gain of a couple. There's Troy Studemeyer. C.J. Ham, undrafted rookie, played collegiately at Augustana. When you were a linebackers coach for the Vikings in 2002, the Vikings had a guard named Corbin Lacina, who played at Augustana. Three receivers to the left, Laquan Treadwell to the right. Sean Hill goes out of the shotgun on 2nd and 9 from his own 40-yard line. C.J. Ham to his right, Bengals blitz. Hill whips it out quickly to the right, caught on a slant, Laquan Treadwell. Gain of 7, 3rd and 2.
Paul, Ben, if we could make that route happen all during the season, it is going to make a huge difference in our third down efficiency. We haven't seen a slant route out of a Viking receiver. We don't see a lot of slants, period, in Laquan Treadwell.
So the Vikings are now 4 of 6 on 3rd down. We mentioned C.J. Ham. Where's number 30? He's the 3rd tailback used in this game behind Jarek McKinnon and Matt Asiata. Joined the Vikings in May following Vikings rookie camp, signing with the team as a free agent. Played at Division II Augustana in Sioux Falls. And he also played at Duluth Denville High School as Ham gets the call in Bengals territory for a gain of 3 yards. At Duluth Denville, he was twice named All-Conference and rushed for more than 1,800 yards combined as a junior and senior. Now, when you're C.J. Ham, you're staring face first into a pretty deep backfield of Adrian Peterson, Jarek McKinnon, and Matt Asiata. But obviously you want to put some good tape down to help yourself down the road.
Absolutely right, and he knows that every GM in the league also understands the Vikings running back situation, so they will be looking for a guy like Ham, how well he does.
Handoff Ham, right side, following the blocking of a pulling rookie guard, Willie Beavers. Hit at the 46-yard line and stopped after a gain of 1, making it 3rd and 6. There's a peek at Adrian Peterson, the NFL's rushing leader from last year. 1,485 yards. He scored 11 touchdowns. Save 2014. Adrian has had double-digit touchdowns at least in all of his career. Chatting with fullback Zach Line. Adrian has become really comfortable running behind the fullback, hasn't he?
He really has, and that's a skill that he didn't necessarily possess when he first got here as a single back runner. He has developed that, and it's another, I guess, weapon if you want to call it, because you do have a good fullback in Zach Line.
Sean Hill, 5 of 5, make it 5 of 6 for 49 yards. With
lines and drives, a lot of crossing routes, a lot of deep out routes, and Stave all night long has put the ball right where it needs to be and right on time. So he's been very impressive so far in his 3rd quarter.
1st and goal. Stave takes the snap from Nick Easton. Handoff C.J. Ham inside the 10 to the 5. C.J. Ham to the end zone. Touchdown. 10-yard touchdown run by C.J. Ham, the Duluth Denfeld product. And the Vikings extend the lead to 16-7.
Wow, this is just a great patient run by C.J. Ham off of the left side. He just hangs in there and waits for the blocks to develop in front of him. Running behind a fullback, you got to be patient. Nothing on the outside, cuts it back up and gets that last bounce outside, which brings him for the touchdown. So C.J. Ham, Paul, showing some pretty good burst and also a lot of really good vision, keeping those shoulders square, a lot of the fundamental things that you like to see out of a running back.
Extra point try, 33-yard attempt between the hash marks. Blair Walsh's kick is up, and it's good. Blair is 2 of 2 on extra points and 1 of 1 on field goals. It was a 51-yard hit to close the first half. CJ hamming it up in the first preseason game. Vikes lead 17-7. It's Vikings football. There are many take on the team that bounced the Minnesota Vikings from the playoffs last season, the Seattle Seahawks. 2nd and 6 from the Vikings 24 as Joel Stave goes back to pass, zips it over the middle, caught C.J. Ham, makes a man miss at the 27, heads to the right outside the hash marks to the 30-31, 8-yard catch and run by C.J. Ham, and the Minnesota Vikings 1st down.
You know, Paul, it's a shame that we don't play Carolina in the preseason.
Carolina?
Yeah. They got a linebacker named David Mayo, so you can give him the call about Ham for 5, but a hold on Mayo.
Right. The Duluth Denfeld product by way of Augustana in Sioux Falls had a touchdown run. Teddy Bridgewater had a touchdown pass of 49 yards to Charles Johnson, capping a 10-play, 96-yard drive. That was in quarter number 2. Took 6 minutes, 39 seconds. As Stave hands the ball to the running back Ham across the 35 to the 39. Some tough love yardage for C.J. Ham. A run of 6 yards, making it second and right around 3, maybe 4 from the 40-yard line. The Vikings have 4 quarterbacks: Teddy Bridgewater, Sean Hill, Joel Stave, Taylor Heineke, who was fantastic in the preseason last year. He's out because of a foot-related injury suffered right in front of Vikings training camp. So sadly, we won't be seeing Taylor Heineke during this preseason. But Joel Stave is performing admirably this evening, as on 2nd and 3rd, hands off to C.J. Ham. Tries the right side, hit at the line of scrimmage, falls ahead for a gain of 1. As we take a look at Teddy Bridgewater, 14 touchdown passes last year. He ran in 4 with... It's Minnesota Vikings football, courtesy of the Vikings Entertainment Network. C.J. Ham with the Vikings' 2nd touchdown this preseason. The first from Teddy Bridgewater to Charles Johnson went for 49 yards. Buffalo Wild Wings scoring drive, 10 plays, 74 yards, 5 minutes, 46 seconds. Look at C.J. Ham, Peter.
Good feet, good vision, bouncing it outside, getting those shoulders squared, cutting it back in. So wonderful job by Ham.
Here's Blair Walsh's kickoff following the C.J. Ham touchdown. And Blair's kick lands near side at the 2-yard line, retrieved by running back Bronson Hill, who heads to the right and is corralled at the 11-yard line, return of like 9 or 10 yards. Ben Lieber with a special guest when we return. Vikes lead by 10 from Cincinnati on the Vikings Entertainment Network. Vikings, the other touchdown came courtesy of C.J. Ham, and Augustana of Sioux Falls product, likewise for Duluth Denfeld. C.J. Ham completed a 10-play, 74-yard drive with a 10-yard touchdown run. David Morgan had 3 catches for 38 yards on that possession. He's a rookie from Texas, San Antonio, a tight end trying to crack the final 53. Treadwell and Morgan, a couple of rookies, one taken in the 1st round and one taken later in the draft in Morgan. David Morgan was drafted in the 6th round, pick 188. They combined for 7 catches, 79 yards tonight.
Not a bad outing for the young men. And then the thing that's the other part of it, when we talked about it going into this game, is when are these rookies going to...
Opposite the right guard, and jump so far off sides that it now is 3rd and 1 from the 34. Marvin Lewis got a little frustrated. Hand off to C.J. Ham up the middle on 3rd and 1. They stand up the Ham.
Nice. And a good response by the Cincinnati defense, Paul. Those are all opportunities for teaching. Those are all teachable moments.
Yeah.
When you mention when it's 3rd and long, you don't want to jump and give them 3rd and short. Well, they did that, but how they responded was great for them. A lot of push up front. I think everybody in the stadium knew they were going to run the dive, and the Bengals stepped up and stopped it. So.
Ben, you have to console Kyle Rudolph in the locker room. He's a Cincinnati native, went to Cincinnati Elder High School, had no receptions tonight, Kyle Rudolph.
I know. You know what? I think he went to Montgomery and had too many ribs. he got a little bogged down, and it just didn't go his way. But I'm sure, he's got a lot of family and friends here, and I'm sure they're just happy to see him in uniform.
All right, thank you, buddy. Great job tonight on the sideline. See you soon.
All right, thanks, guys.
Pete Bursich, yours truly, Paul Allen, to wrap it up. So, some things you want to see improve into the next preseason game in simulcast fashion next Thursday night at Seattle.
I think number 1, I like to see Teddy be a quicker, faster decision maker, anticipate things a little more quickly, and then the defense just needs to tighten it up. Just a guy here, contain there, a missed tackle here, an assignment there, get a little more consistent defensively. I think it bodes well for the Vikings.
Hey, Vikings fans, thanks for taking us in via simulcast at FM 100.3 The Fan, the Vikings Radio Network, and Fox 9. We will chat with you with more Vikings play-by-play and action next Thursday from the Cappuccino Capital as the Vikings take on Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. The last time those teams played in the postseason, it was a spine tingler. It didn't go the way of the Minnesota Vikings. That's next week. Vikings win 17-16 over Cincinnati. For Pete Bursich, Ben Lieber, Greg Coleman, and yours truly, Paul Allen, this has been a presentation of the Minnesota Vikings Entertainment Network.